Leetcode 417, Pacific Atlantic Water Flow. You're given a grid of heights. The Pacific Ocean touches the left and top edges, the Atlantic touches the right and bottom. Water can flow from a cell to a neighbor only if that neighbor's height is less than or equal to the current cell. Find all cells from which water can flow to both the Pacific and the Atlantic. These cells can flow to both oceans. Let's see how water flows from one of them. From this cell, water flows up to the Pacific and right to the Atlantic. That is because at each step the water moves only into neighboring cells that have the same or lower height. Approach, 2 DFS or BFS, then intersect. We keep two sets, cells reachable from Pacific borders and from Atlantic borders. From each ocean we run a search stepping only into neighbors with height at least the current cell. The answer is the intersection. Linear time and space. We run BFS from the Pacific border first, then from the Atlantic border. Each pass gives us the set of cells reachable from that ocean. The answer is the intersection of the two sets. We do BFS from these border cells. Every cell we visit is added to a visited set and is never visited again. From each cell we explore neighbors with height greater than or equal to the current cell. Now we do the same for the Atlantic. We start from the right and bottom border and run BFS with the same rule. The purple cells are the answer, reachable from both oceans. The same could be done with DFS instead of BFS. Time is O of m times n, each cell is visited at most twice, once for Pacific and once for Atlantic. Space is O of m times n for the two visited sets. Main function, get dimensions, build Pacific and Atlantic border cells, run BFS from each, return the intersection. Function, given heights grid, return cells that can flow to both oceans. Get number of rows and columns. Pacific border, left column and top row. Atlantic border, right column and bottom row. BFS from Pacific border, step to neighbor if height equals current. BFS from Atlantic border, same rule. BFS helper, start with border cells in visited and in the queue. While the queue is not empty, dequeue a cell, for each neighbor that is in bounds, not yet visited, and has height at least the current cell, add it to visited and the queue. Return visited. BFS from border, return set of reachable cells. Initialize visited and queue with border cells. While there are cells to process. Dequeue current cell. Check all four neighbors. Neighbor must be in bounds and not yet visited. And neighbor height equals current height so water can flow backward. Add neighbor to visited and queue.